อนนี้นะคะก็ท่านประธานพร้อมแล้วนะคะก็จะขอเรียนเชิญคุณพัฒนพงศ์สุขมดันนะคะผู้ช่วยผู้จัดการกองทุนเพื่อความเสมอภาคทางการศึกษานะคะเป็นประธานกล่าวต้อนรับและก็เปิดการสัมมนาในวันนี้ค่ะขอเรียนเชิญค่ะ
สวัสดีครับท่านองค์ชมบาดาลครับขอบคุณท่านผู้ดำเนินรายการนะครับก็ขออภัยช่วงแรกอาจจะมีปัญหาเรื่องเสียงนิดหน่อยตอนนี้ก็น่าจะได้ยินชัดเจนนะครับวันนี้ต้องขอบคุณเพื่อนๆเรานะครับที่อยู่แดนไกลนะครับทั้งจากอียิปต์แล้วก็ออสเตรเลียที่จอยเข้ามานะครับผมไม่แน่ใจว่ามีเพื่อนจากจังประเทศอื่นหรือทวีปอื่นอีกหรือเปล่านะครับแต่ว่าก็เป็นการประชุมที่ข้ามเวลาก็ต้องขอบคุณทุกท่าน ก็เป็นสำหรับเมืองไทยก็ Good afternoon นะครับก็สำหรับการประชุมในเวลาประมาณนี้นะครับผมพัฒนพงศ์สุขมดันครับเป็นผู้ช่วยผู้จัดการกองทุนเพื่อความเสมอภาคทางการศึกษาหรือ Equitable Education Fund นะครับก็เป็นหน่วยงานที่เป็นหน่วยงานของรัฐนะครับที่มีภารกิจตรงเรื่องของการลดความเหลื่อมล้ำทางการศึกษานะครับในโจทย์ของวันนี้ครับจริงๆมันมีงานอยู่สัก2-3ชิ้นนะครับที่กสศหรือEEF เนี่ยพยายามที่จะชวนทุกท่านมองด้วยกันนะครับประเด็นแรกเนี่ยมันเป็นภารกิจเรื่องของการที่เราโดยปกติครับกสศจะมีโจทย์การทำงานในเรื่องของเด็กการแก้ปัญหาเรื่องของเด็กหลุดจากระบบการศึกษานะครับการพัฒนาคุณภาพครูการพัฒนาคุณภาพสถานศึกษาการดูแลเด็กเยาวชนต่างๆให้อยู่ในระบบการศึกษานะครับพวกนี้เป็นโจทย์ในลักษณะของ issue based ทั้งนั้นครับแต่ว่ากสศพยายามขยับโจทย์จาก issue based เนี่ยครับเป็น area based นะครับก็เป็นที่มาของการที่จะพยายามทำเรื่องของเครื่องมือต่างๆ Learning City ก็เป็นเครื่องมือตัวหนึ่งที่เราคิดว่าน่าที่จะสามารถช่วยในการขยับจาก Issue Based เป็น Area Based ได้นะครับเพราะเราคาดว่าการทำงานในลักษณะ Area Based เนี่ยจะเห็นชีวิตของน้องๆหรือกลุ่มเป้าหมายของเราเนี่ยเป็นแบบองค์รวมนะครับดูแลได้ทั้งชีวิตไม่ต้องดูแลประเด็นใดประเด็นหนึ่งนะครับนั่นเป็นโจทย์ประเด็นที่1โจทย์ประเด็นที่2เนี่ยเราพยายามทำเรื่องของการทดสอบนะครับว่ามันจะมีแนวคิดมีข้อมูลมีเครื่องมืออะไรที่จะทำให้สถานการณ์ความเหลื่อมล้ำทางการศึกษาเนี่ยมันคลี่คลายได้นะครับเราก็เชื่อว่าการทำข้อมูลในเชิงเรื่องของความรู้อย่างที่เราพยายามดูเรื่องของ Learning City เนี่ยนะครับก็น่าจะเป็นเครื่องมือที่สำคัญแล้วก็ประเด็นสุดท้ายเราคาดหวังว่าการที่เรามีเพื่อนนะครับจากทางออสเตรเลียก็ดีจากทางอียิปต์ก็ดีหรือแม้แต่ประเทศอื่นในภูมิภาคอื่นก็ดีเนี่ยจะสามารถนำประสบการณ์พวกนี้มาแชร์มาเรียนรู้ด้วยกันนะครับเป็นเครือข่ายการทำงานด้วยกันด้วยคาดหวังว่าคนเล็กคนน้อยของบ้านเราที่อาจจะตกหล่นอยู่เนี่ยจะได้รับการดูแลจากเครื่องไม้เครื่องมือหรือรูปแบบการทำงานแบบนี้นะครับในงานของวันนี้เองเนี่ยสสก็ต้องขอบคุณนะครับทางมหาวิทยาลัยพะเยานะครับทางหน่วยงานเรื่องของบปทนะครับเรื่องของหน่วยบริหารและจัดการทุนด้านการพัฒนาระดับพื้นที่นะครับรวมถึงยูเนสโกหรือภาคีเครือข่ายหลายๆหน่วยงานเลยแหละที่ทำให้เกิดงานในวันนี้ขึ้นมานะครับวันนี้คงจะได้ข้อมูลคงจะได้ความรู้หลายๆเรื่องนะครับเดี๋ยวผมก็จะรอฟังพร้อมพวกเรานะครับแล้วก็ตอนท้ายเนี่ยคงจะมาคุยกันอีกว่าเราจะได้นำเครื่องไม้เครื่องมือเหล่านี้มาใช้ในการทำงานด้วยกันอย่างไรครับสุดท้ายปลายทางเราก็คาดหวังว่าปัญหาความเหลื่อมล้ำทางการศึกษาของเราเนี่ยจะมีข้อมูลมีความรู้ในการที่จะแล้วก็รวมถึงเครือข่ายในการที่จะทำงานเรื่องพวกนี้ด้วยกันนะครับก็รอฟังพร้อมพวกเราครับเดี๋ยวตอนท้ายคงจะได้มาคุยกันสั้นๆอีกทีก็เวลคัมทุกท่านครับขอบคุณครับ
โอเคค่ะขอบคุณคุณพัฒนพงศ์สุขมดันนะคะแล้วก็ขอส่งเวทีนี้ต่อให้กับรองศาสตราจารย์ดรพีระดอนแก้วลายผู้ดำเนินรายการของเราในวันนี้ค่ะขอเรียนเชิญคุณรองศาสตราจารย์ดรพีระดอนเลยค่ะ
ครับสวัสดีครับได้ยินผมชัดเจนไหมครับทุกท่าน
ได้ยินค่ะ
ครับสวัสดีผู้เข้าอบรมหลักสูตรนักจัดการเมืองแห่งการเรียนรู้ของโครงการ Learning City Academy ทั้ง60ท่านนะครับแล้วก็ท่านผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะครับจากทั่วประเทศที่เข้าร่วมสัมมนาผ่านช่องทางออนไลน์ในวันนี้นะครับผมจะทำหน้าที่เป็น Moderator ในวันนี้นะครับโดยจะเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับเราก็จะมีล่ามช่วยแปลนะครับตลอดรายการนะครับHello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the webinar Building a Learning City Fostering Inclusivity and Equity, uh, organized by the Equitable Education Funds or the EEF in collaboration with Payao University. Program Management Unit on Area-Based Development or PMUA and Payao Learning City. My name is Priradon Gaolai from Thammasat University, and I'll be the moderator for this session. We have a very exciting lineup of speakers who will share with us examples and best practices from city of Damietta, Egypt, and city of Windham, Australia. Both of them were awarded UNESCO Learning City Award winner in 2021, and we will also learn from Thai city as well, Khon Kaen, our Khon Kaen city. Okay, let's start with the first speaker. The first presentation is from Damietta, Egypt, a city situated in the Nile Delta. Our speaker currently, she is a legal and administrative member of the Damietta Governor's Office. Please welcome Mrs. Kholoud Gamal El Hamidi Ibrahim.
I start talking about Damietta Governorate, its geographical location, its population, and its total area. It's located in the northeastern of Egypt, and its population is about 1,050,000 people. The total area of Damietta is about 1.6% of Egypt, and Damietta total governorate is about 9,000 kilometer. Damietta is a small city, but it's about 5% of the total area of the delta in Egypt. Actually, Damietta is famous for many sectors, such as cotton, rice, lemon, and sweets. But it's mainly famous for two sectors. It's furniture manufacturing, and as its coastal area, it's famous also for fishing. It's one of the most important crafts in Damietta. When we start talking about education, I will start talking about education in Egypt and education in Damietta as this special case. We have in Egypt, according to the constitutional Egyptian constitution, Egypt education is free until the end of secondary school, and the government allocates not less than 4% of the gross of the national education. Actually, Egypt ranked poorly in terms of the quality of the basic and the higher education, according to the indicators of the World Economic Forum. In Damietta, we have about 11 educational institutions and about 6,000 students in all different educational levels, and about 1,000 schools in many sectors. NACA is the National Authority for Quality Assurance and Accreditation. And in 2023, the Educational Quality and Accreditation Authority grants 21 educational institutions in Damietta Governorate the educational quality. This sector aims to accredit educational institutions to identify the level of education institution to fulfill the quality standards and verify the ability in the internal quality systems. Now we start talking about education in 5 main elements. The first one is Damietta libraries. Actually, we have about 6 libraries in Damietta. Here are some activities of Damietta Governorate in the sector of libraries. First, libraries activities including behavior modification for workshops for children, chess, drawing, violin, and crochet, guitar, drama training, and improving handwriting, physical preparation courses for parents, and CrossFit training for people with special needs. We have a special project called the Mobile Library. It's mobile library and have activities, events. The mobile library includes a variety of books, including Arabic and English stories, air conditioners, chairs, chair designed for people with special needs, in addition to Wi-Fi service. The library also includes artics and activities, training courses, and art. And we are so proud of Damietta Library. We have be honored in 2023 the Masr Public Library in Egypt, Damietta branch, for the first place. The Republic based on some indicators with the numbers of the beneficiaries of the library. In addition to people with the special needs in learning, we can see a native inclusion with people determination, with people in special needs. The library hosts children with disabilities in the city of Eisbieterburg in the safe city, developing their skills through logic to develop logical thinking skills by shapes, board games, matching box games, and action games. This skills development developed by workshops for people with special needs in which they were trained in motor and sensory skills. This training people with special needs in how to make simple accessory. Damietta also supporting climate change through learning, and it's by the National Initiative for Smart Green Project. It's great to have in cooperation with the National Initiative for Smart Green was launched as a part of efforts to achieve sustainable development and the context of implementing Egypt's Vision 2030 by preserving the environment to improve the quality of life, taking into account the rights of future generations and implementing national climate change. About 45 projects participating in this project, and we have honored about 18 projects for the National Initiative for Smart Green Projects. Here we can see a cooperation with the International Labour Organization in Horus University in Damietta with Methanix company, a methanol production company in Damietta and Damietta Government. This signed a fourth party for understanding and supporting innovation internship and develop projects. The governor of Damietta, Professor Dr. Manal Awad, calls those parties to involve women in the safe city for women to this competition, which includes a category for women's crafts and projects. Safe City project workshop. Now we can see this video with workshops in the safe city for women. Today's Safe City and Damietta Govern Ray and Safe Public Spaces program aims to strengthen frameworks to ensure effective prevention and response to violence against women and girls while improving the availability of service for survivors. Here is the numbers of workshops in the Damietta University. We can see the total number of workshops is about 30 workshops in 20 different fields. The target of workshops in 10 is 10 women within a total in 3,000 women and girls. Skills develop workshop for women targeting 200 children. Seminars, about 137 seminars targeting 4,000 ladies and girls. The total of ladies and girls and children with disability is about 1,080 and 15 ladies and girls with special needs. Here is some pictures. I can end the presentation with some pictures of the workshops in the Safe City. Our recommendation to ensure goals for quality of education is for to reflect the value of education and role driving transformative change, including by empowering students, teachers, and parents, and engaging them in education process, protecting freedom of thought and expression, of ensuring everyone's access to lifelong learning opportunity, develop innovate methods of learning and assignment that encourage critical thinking and problems, giving opportunity to link between people with special needs and normal people. Thank you, and that's the end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Kalu, for your presentation. The next presentation is from Wyndham, Australia, a city located at the northern tip of the Western Australia's Kimberley region. Our speaker currently, she is a learning community officer from Wyndham City Council, Australia. Please welcome Mrs. Sharon Wheatcroft.
So some context. Wyndham is located in southeastern Australia, so in the bottom part of the state of Victoria. Our boundaries cover areas of urban, rural and coastal development. Our population is over 308,000 and we're one of the largest and fastest growing municipalities in our state and country. We have over 110 babies born every week in Wyndham to Wyndham mothers. Almost half of all our Wyndham residents were born overseas and from 162 different countries. So the Wyndham Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community are the largest in all of Greater Melbourne. Agriculture, construction, education and healthcare industries make up the main areas of employment. Our community is also very young, with our two largest age groups being the 0 to 11 years old and the 25 to 59 years old. Our growing migrant populations have brought high levels of education with them. We have almost 60 private and public schools in Wyndham, a number of universities, and many informal learning opportunities, including 6 libraries, 17 community learning centres. Council collaborates closely with these key stakeholders with the belief that the key to successful outcomes through our learning community strategy action plan is through collaboration and partnerships. As a council, we take the challenge of improving education opportunities for our community very seriously, and we're proud that we developed our first learning community strategy way back in 2006. As noted before, Wyndham City Council is a member of the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities and received awards from UNESCO and the Alliance for Asia Pacific Learning Cities. Now, I know some of you are coming from diverse organisations and keen to hear lessons learned. What you may not know is that Wyndham is one of only 5 UNESCO Learning Cities in Australia. We all have an exciting opportunity to learn and apply these lessons today. Our work in this network is guided by our learning community strategy 2018 to 2023, and you'll see the cover on the screen there, with 50 plus partners implementing 18 actions. We've been developing learning community strategies since 2006, as I said, and we're currently working on our draft for the 2024-2029 strategy. Our focus has been on fostering a community of lifelong learners in Wyndham, with a strong emphasis on inclusion and equity in our upcoming strategy. We're committed to making learning accessible to all Wyndham residents, ensuring that equity and inclusion drive our planning, engagement, and delivery. We can reduce barriers to equitable education, maintain global networks to share and learn, and improve our advocacy to achieving inclusive education in our global communities. Specific actions that align are Action 3, our strong advocacy for learning access, advocating for resources to provide equitable learning opportunities for all our residents. And Action 7 is inclusion and equity in learning for all. So that's using evidence-based approaches to ensure equal learning opportunities, including initiatives such as our family-centred learning at Wyndham Park Primary School. So to further these goals, we aim to collaborate with groups like the Wyndham Integrated Learning Group, the Literacy and Numeracy Network, and our Building Blocks program to promote access, equity, and leadership development. Ultimately, our aim is to ensure equity and access to digital fundamentals, fostering a smart community for business, work, living, and learning in Wyndham. Some of you may think a local government council in Melbourne, Australia is not applicable to your learning journey. But actually, Wyndham is an award-winning city and have learnt lessons that can be applied universally across all educational sectors. Our research has shown the most effective ways to reduce barriers to education is by effectively engaging community and stakeholders. We can achieve equity and inclusive by fostering collaboration, promoting education, and embracing sustainability. Also working closely with community leaders to collaborate and co-design engagement and connections. An example of promoting inclusion and equity in Wyndham is the Wyndham Integrated Learning Group, or WILG, as we call it. This group is dedicated to enhancing learning opportunities for individuals with disabilities in the 15 to 30 age group in Wyndham. WILG supports local learning providers in adapting their teaching and learning strategies to cater for individuals with disabilities. Some key actions of this group include conducting a baseline survey to identify project priorities, encouraging group members to complete free disability awareness training, and use the Access and Inclusion Organisation self-assessment tool to assess their organisation's disability confidence, participating in professional development sessions, and empowering group members with knowledge, skills, and networks to become advocates for inclusive learning within the community. These advocates then empower others in their organisations through advocacy and training. Furthermore, the Learning Community Unit and other units within Council engage in the annual mock job interview program with Ringa Park Specialist School, so the only specialist school for children with disabilities in Wyndham, offering secondary school students the opportunity to experience job interviews in a supportive and encouraging environment. The Wyndham Disability Services Network is an organisation-focused network with the following objectives: to facilitate connections, to offer peer support and information sharing to members, promote community access and inclusion for individuals with disabilities, to foster collaboration among members on local projects, and to advocate collectively on relevant issues. We also share information about changes in disability legislation, available services, and funding. So the WDSF network demonstrates inclusivity by engaging presenters with disabilities, highlighting challenges, barriers, and seeking community solutions. Now, these initiatives are open to both the community and staff, providing employment opportunities for people with disabilities. Additionally, Wyndham has adopted an access and inclusion plan aimed at formalising collaborations that will promote greater equity and inclusion for individuals with disabilities. The plan also emphasises community involvement. Furthermore, Wyndham offers the Deadly Western Connections website, which provides updated information on events job opportunities, training and resources for our First Nations community members. Wyndham supports staff inclusion groups to ensure organisational responsiveness to staff with disabilities, the LGBTIQA+ individuals, multicultural backgrounds and First Nations people, contributing to a diverse and inclusive workplace. A further example of inclusion and equity actions from the Learning Community Strategy include our Action 1, Learning Festival as Wyndham's signature learning event. This is one of the most proudest actions that we have. The Wyndham Learning Festival is Wyndham's largest annual learning event, promoting and celebrating learning across the lifespan. Having an annual learning festival provides a yearly series of free learning opportunities across the expanse of Wyndham. It features a diverse range of activities catering to individuals of all ages and interests and fosters a culture of lifelong learning while also embracing new events, sponsors and participants that reflect the community's diversity and vitality. Now in its 8th year, the Wyndham Learning Festival is led by Wyndham Community and Education Centre with support from Wyndham City Council, and both organisations share a passion for learning and recognising the far-reaching social, economic, environmental and cultural benefits of promoting lifelong learning. With the theme of our thriving creative community, the Wyndham Learning Festival provided a week-long celebration of lifelong learning from 1st to 7th of September this year, including a diverse array of activities encouraging people of all ages and backgrounds to explore new experiences and learning opportunities in Wyndham through a range of these diverse events. A record year for libraries. In the 22-23 financial year, the libraries delivered 4,266 activities, which had a whopping 95,972 attendances. Programs were delivered to over 27 locations throughout the municipality. So not surprisingly, given the demographics of Wyndham, our early years and children's activities were the most sought after sessions overall. So these observations highlight the primary outcomes of library programs and events. They foster learning and social connections, which in turn contribute to higher educational levels, increased employment potential, and enhanced overall well-being. So we have completely changed the traditional way of accessing libraries by bringing the library experience to our community. So this year we've opened the new Williams Landing Library Lounge, and the feedback from the community has been extremely positive. The new innovative successful library models such as the Library Lounge, the new pop-up library van you can see on the screen there, the newly introduced book lockers were also extremely popular. Council has successfully completed a 10-year library infrastructure and asset plan, which is an important document to plan for library service provision in this city. These are just some of the successful, innovative and agile models of how Council is trying our best, bringing the learning opportunities to our community. Another example, the Learning Community team delivered the 2023 Wyndham Education Roundtable, our annual multi-sector interactive event to help key strategic planning and resourcing issues impacting Wyndham's learning sectors and to facilitate solutions and knowledge sharing through key learning sector stakeholders and partnerships. So the 2023 meeting provided an in-person opportunity to review the action plan and update the developments at the 2022 Education Roundtable. The attendee list included over 30 dynamic education and learning leaders from across Wyndham who collaborated to exchange ideas about their vision for the future of learning in this municipality in the context of our wider education and learning strategy focused on supporting the community to be lifetime learners. Council's advocacy. So advocacy for Wyndham's future. Wyndham City Council provides a crucial community service, many services, but many issues require funding from other levels of government to ensure our local community's needs are met. Securing Wyndham's future is the Council's ongoing advocacy strategy, regularly updated to align with community needs and changes in government policy and funding priorities, all aimed at safeguarding Wyndham as a vibrant and prosperous city. Current advocacy includes early childhood and family services. So this is to meet the rising demand. Wyndham's population of 3 and 4-year-old children is projected to increase by 43% by 2040. necessitating comprehensive planning for kindergarten services. So Wyndham seeks community input from local families regarding the impact of these changes. Another key advocacy currently is primary and secondary schools. So sites for new schools, advocating for the urgent funding and construction of new primary and secondary schools to address the booming population. With an integrated school design, a focus on schools designed to integrate seamlessly with local community. We had recent achievements in the 22-23 state budget where we're including primary and secondary schools, so representing a significant step towards meeting the community educational needs by building 6 new schools. These efforts are part of Wyndham City's commitment to advocating for a brighter future by addressing educational and developmental challenges and ensuring equitable access to essential services. So the work of the Learning Community Strategy continues to be adaptive, sustainable, providing equity, inclusion and a health and safe environment for all. If you would like to know more or are interested in collaborating with Wyndham and myself in the future, I'd be more than happy to link up with any of you. You can find more details about our projects on our Learning Community page on the Wyndham City website. I'll share those links. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn. We love partnerships and cooking up innovative programs with our global partners. It has been my pleasure to share our recognised leading lifelong learning work. We all have an exciting opportunity to learn from and apply these lessons. Now, I would like to share and watch a short video showing Wyndham Learning City.
Welcome to Wyndham, one of the fastest growing municipalities in Australia. Home to more than 300,000 residents, our population is expected to reach more than 500,000 by 2040. We are a diverse community with over 50% of our residents born overseas from more than 162 different countries. We are also a proud member of the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities. At Wyndham, we strive to create learning opportunities for everyone by making learning central to everything we do. Our Learning Community Strategy has lifelong learning goals and priorities at its core and encourages the community to pursue formal and informal learning opportunities regardless of age and background and throughout their whole lives. It is essential for all Wyndham residents to be supported to continuously develop themselves and contribute to solving local and global challenges as active community members. Lifelong learning is key to this endeavour. In 2021, Wyndham's work in lifelong learning was recognised with the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities Award. The biennial global awards encourage, recognise and reward those cities which have demonstrated significant progress in enhancing education and lifelong learning opportunities for all.
At Wyndham, we've dedicated significant time and commitment to build our reputation as a leading global learning city, and this award validates that work.
Our Learning Community Strategy is based on 4 key themes. Celebrating living and learning in Wyndham with the Learning Festival as the signature event.
I've inspired learning in Wyndham by running events in the Wyndham Learning Festival. This has opened up a whole new world of possibilities.
As a new migrant, I had little English and was concerned about my future, but Wyndham has provided me with an opportunity to learn so much.
Advocating for equity and quality service provision.
As a teacher and now as a school principal, I know firsthand the value of learning, but learning doesn't stop when the school bell rings.
Wyndham supports teaching and learning practices and fosters opportunities to promote, acknowledge, respect and value local Aboriginal culture, history and identity. Facilitating partnerships and collaboration across sectors to create new learning models and deliver outcomes for all.
At Wyndham, we know the importance of collaboration and partnerships. We're working hard to bring together the strengths of individuals and institutions across many sectors to bring about a change in perception and value of lifelong and shared learning.
At Wyndham, we want to extend the use of modern learning technologies, enhance the quality and excellence in learning, and foster a culture of learning throughout life.
Innovating learning and fostering new entrepreneurial spirit through integration with and promotion of Wyndham's Smart City Agenda.
We're excited about Spark, Wyndham's innovation hub, a collaborative space to support accelerated growth of early-stage businesses. Spark will provide a central focus point to scale up their concepts and products to commercialisation. By supporting the development of an innovative and entrepreneurial-based ecosystem, Spark will strengthen Wyndham's knowledge economy and deliver new employment opportunities for the city's highly skilled resident workforce.
A learning city is one that mobilises all its resources to promote inclusive learning, from basic to higher education, that aims to revitalise learning in families and communities and facilitates learning for and in the workplace. At Wyndham, we never stop learning. Wyndham, a learning city.